Hi there, I'm Peter Hawley, President and CEO of Fabled Copper Corporation. And today I would like to tell you about additional 2022 exploration results on our Muskwa project, where we sampled as high as 10.55% copper in the area west of the Toro vein. The Muskwa project is comprised of the Neil property, the Toro property, and the Bronson property, all located in northern British Columbia. The Toro property is the location of the area west of the Toro vein occurrence, which we explored during the summer of 2022. The area west of the Toro vein was visited by a 3-person field team consisting of 2 geologists and 1 geotechnician on August 10th, 2022, where it was explored and sampled vertically over 241 meters from 1,927 meters to 2,268 meters. A total of 12 samples were collected, all float samples. And of the 12 samples collected, 8 assayed greater than 0.5% copper. Float sample D723809 near the summit consisted of weathered rusty orange quartz veining with abundant malachite and 1% chalcopyrite, and this returned 0.5% copper. Another float sample taken 8 meters vertically below of similar veining and mineralization returned 1% copper, whereas 2 meters above at an elevation of 2,200 meters, a float sample of similar veining again assayed 0.49% copper. 100 meters vertically below at an elevation of 2,100 meters, float sample D723813 of quartz, weathered, reddish black and brassy yellow with blue specks on a fresh surface, contained 3 to 4% chalcopyrite and 3 to 5% bornite, and this returned 10.55% copper, whereas float sample D723814 taken at the vertical altitude of 2,268 meters assayed 0.37% copper. As you can see, float sample D723815 of quartz veining, weathered, orange-brown with recessive weathering, contained modern malachite, traces of chalcopyrite and bornite, and assayed 1.05% copper. 15 meters above, a float sample of similar mineralization was sampled and reported 0.44% copper. Float sample D723817 taken at the 2,012 meter elevation consisted of the same beige quartz carbonate veining with abundant malachite and 3% chalcopyrite, and this assayed 2.62% copper. And a further 67 meters vertically below, float sample D723818 of similar veining assayed 0.25% copper. Again, 18 meters vertically below, float sample D723819 of the same beige quartz carbonate veining with abundant malachite and 0.5% chalcopyrite returned 1.7% copper. The next float sample, D723820, taken at the 1,962 meter vertically of breccia at the contact of the veining, consisted of gray-black siltstone and shale fragments and contained abundant malachite, copper alteration, and 1 to 3% chalcopyrite, and this returned 2.25% copper. And at the 1,979 meter elevation, the last float sample was collected of quartz veining with seams of carbonate and minor malachite and traces of chalcopyrite, and this assayed 0.83% copper. As per protocol, all samples locations were taken with GPS, along with GPS-enabled field cameras of photos of the sample units. Photos, the sample locations, and all the assay data pertaining to the assays taken, 36 elements were assayed, were tagged in a geotag format for plotting in .kml, .kmz GIS systems such as Google Earth. Going forwards, this copper-bearing vein and breccia, which are thought to be the extension of the known Toro vein, is found at the contact of veining and or the breccia with the sediments, and certainly deserves another look next season. An additional release on the 2022 exploration program of the Muskwa area will be forthcoming in the following weeks. Thank you for watching, and follow us as we explore for green copper in northern British Columbia.